SpaceX plans to conduct up to 25 Starship launches a year in Texas, reveals FAA. The Starship rockets after being fully loaded during their launch rehearsal in May. Image, SpaceX. SpaceX plans to conduct as many as 25 Starship orbital launches from its facilities in Texas, according to a fresh release from the FAA. The agency invited members of the public for comments on SpaceX's latest proposals soon after media reports criticized SpaceX for harming the environment through its Starship launches. SpaceX hit back at the detractors through a detailed rebuttal as it picks up the pace for its pre-flight tests for Starship's fifth launch, which is currently slated to take place in August. Since SpaceX's proposed upgraded launch cadence for Starship will significantly increase the rate of launches from Texas, the FAA must assess its impact on the surrounding environment. During Starship development and testing, SpaceX releases methane into the environment, as well as copious amounts of water through the deluge system to protect the launch pad. These and other factors will be part of a draft environmental assessment. For public comments, the regulator will hold 4 in-person meetings and 1 virtual meeting. All these will take place in August, and along with the FAA, SpaceX will also have to work with other government agencies. Today's announcement follows SpaceX's significant expansion of its facilities in Texas. The firm is building a new Starship factory called Star Factory, and ahead of the 5th test flight, it is also assembling a new launch pad to potentially introduce redundancy into Starship's operations. The new launch pad is particularly important due to the high-stakes nature of the 5th Starship test flight. SpaceX plans to catch the Starship Super Heavy booster with the tower catch arms in this test to demonstrate a key pillar of its rapid launch and reuse capability. SpaceX's Starship Super Heavy booster for Flight 5 as it passes the under-construction Star Factory in Texas. Image, SpaceX. After it shipped the Super Heavy booster for Flight 5 to the launch pad earlier this week, SpaceX has started testing the rocket for its flight readiness. So far, footage from local media shows that tank pressurization tests have taken place. The Super Heavy booster's exterior has been covered in frost as part of these tests, with massive clouds of propellants being ejected after test completion. Starship Flight 5 booster's pressurization tests could be followed by other tests that evaluate its rocket propellant pumps and engine function. Final tests include static fires for the first and second stage Starship, following which SpaceX should also conduct a wet dress rehearsal to evaluate all aspects of its launch pad and rocket before feeling comfortable to not only launch Starship but also attempt the risky tower catch. As per the FAA, SpaceX has proposed up to 25 Starship, Super Heavy orbital launches, second stage Starship landings and Super Heavy booster landings annually, each. These will mark a rapid uptick over its current Starship launch cadence, and given the time that it generally takes for the FAA to evaluate the rocket and work with these agencies, SpaceX might secure approval early next year. 2025 will be an important year for the Starship program as SpaceX will test in-space propellant transfer as part of its commitments to NASA for the Artemis program. NASA Artemis aims to land the first humans on the Moon since the Apollo era with a customized second-stage Starship, which will refuel itself in space before it can start a lunar journey. For Flight 5, SpaceX might also try an in-space Raptor engine ignition. This is a complex operation that requires careful management of propellants on a vehicle that's in space, as exhibited by SpaceX's fresh Falcon 9 second-stage engine failure.